Don't make your living selling other people's books when you're trying to write your own. It seems brilliant at first. Immerse yourself in your craft, get a sense for what's popular, gather moments of inspiration from the unassuming corners of the world. But immersing yourself in anything eventually takes its toll. Shit. You'd think a recurring nightmare would eventually get less, I don't know, nightmarish. I need to take a break, get out of this room for a bit. Can't imagine plants last long in here. Hasn't been the most successful sales trip so far, but hey, this town might want the whole pile. My nerves are too shot to sleep. Small town hotel art at its ugliest. Judging by the state of my room, I don't want to see this one. Can't see much at this hour. No hotel front desk is complete without a bell. No hotel front desk is complete. The manager's right there. I could just talk to him. Hello?
I know you.
Harvey Green, room 3? Do you have a map of town I can borrow?
That's odd.
People don't usually ask for maps.
You're not in the book.
Maybe the morning guy forgot to add me when I checked in.
Yeah, maybe.
So, map?
On the stand behind you.
Stand's empty.
Well then, guess I'm out of maps.
Guess so. Thanks.
No problem.
Well, if it isn't the traveling writer, welcome to Villa Ventana.
Have we met?
Oh, no, but I saw your suitcase full of books burst open on your way into the hotel. And since it sounds like you are indeed a writer, you simply must meet Oswaldo.
Who's Oswaldo?
Oh, a most charming and riveting storyteller, the life of every party he attends. In fact, he lives just a few doors down from here.
Thanks, miss. I'll drop by.
Do tell him Gladys says hello.
Where are you visiting from?
Oh, about 5 blocks, give or take.
You live here? Why are you staying in a hotel?
Young man, vacationing is about mindset, not distance. You've traveled much farther than me to be here, but are you on vacation?
Good point. You're looking elegant. Maybe too elegant for a place like this.
Oh, I know, dear. Sadly, this filthy excuse for a hotel happens to be the only one for miles.
Give it a rest, Gladys.
I'll give it a rest when you learn how to brew a halfway decent cup of tea.
crazy old bag.
You love me.
Take care. Locked. Those are some nice bags. Looks like keys for each room. The evening air is perfect. I'll give the town that much. It's propped up against an old hitching post. Haven't heard any trains so far. I wonder if this is abandoned. Oh, hey there, little fella. Where are you off to? Whoa! What the hell was that? No way. I don't know what that creature was, and I don't want to find out. No way. Welcome to Villa Ventana, your window to a better life. Window? I feel like a door would be more helpful. Old neglected barrels and crates.
Coming up next on Among the Shadows, murder most foul.
New radio drama. Haven't heard of this one.
And what role will recent arrival Harvey Green play in these troubling events?
Wait, what? Hey, who's in there? How do you know my name? Oswaldo? This isn't funny. I'm going inside. Hello? This looks abandoned. Or worse. Wait a second, so who's listening to the radio? And where is the radio? The wall is covered in newspaper clippings, pictures, and scribbles. But why is there a crossword puzzle in the middle here? And what are these paper scraps stuck around it? Hello? Oswaldo? The front door was open. Is everything okay? Besides the stranger in your house, I mean. It sounds like it's coming from in there. It's locked. Why? This place is a complete mess. And that's saying something coming from me. That would probably just damage the lock. Pretty sure it's a one-way radio. The radio's in there. It has to be. It's filthy, just like everything else in here. I doubt there'd be much under there. Huh, it's a whole mannequin. Little beat up, but it's in one piece. Maybe I could clean it up and sell it. Plenty of space in there. Wonder if they even realize they're trapped. I shouldn't venture too far from the hotel without a map. I shouldn't venture too far from the hotel without a map. Was there a struggle here? Why else would all these chairs be knocked over? I shouldn't disturb this. It might be evidence of something. There's gotta be more to this than just a cross. Doesn't seem like anyone's in there. I think it's broken. I have no idea how to wind these things. Did Oswaldo board up his own windows? Why?
Enjoying your stay, dear?
I saw some sort of creature at the edge of the forest. Do you have any idea what that might have been?
Oh, we'll see the occasional raccoon or skunk.
This was bigger than a skunk. It snatched a rabbit and ran away.
Ah, a bobcat then. Rare for them to venture so close.
Okay, if you say so. Take care. The Leonard Bacher Award for Exemplary Hospitality. Who's Leonard Bacher?
I am. Now cram it.
Exemplary hospitality, my ass. No maps to take. He doesn't seem too keen on chatting.
Do that again, and I'm doubling your bill.
Understood. My unpublished manuscript, featuring my bewildered face on the back. I'll just cut my photo off the back cover. I have plenty more copies of this thing. Small town hotel art at its ugliest. Knowing my luck, it'll give me a rash. Seems appropriate that I'm staying in a room as disheveled as I am. Not sure if anyone's staying in this room. Not going in there. Bad enough that I share a wall with it. Not going in there. There are more cigarette butts on the floor than there are in here. That's no use to me. Healthier than the one in my room. It looks fine where it is. Little touches like this help distract from all the stains. No, they're already wilted. No, too risky. Still locked.
I don't need one. They gave me a room with a broken lock.
I doubt it has much to say. This town's small enough that I should be able to walk most places. It's propped up against an old hitching post. I probably... No way. I don't know what that creature was. I don't see anything useful in there. I don't see the point. Not sure why. Exercise extreme caution when crossing. Why? I haven't seen a single car on the road.
Get out of the road! Watch it, buddy!
Just a typical mailbox. I don't have anything to mail. Sumptuous garments for the discerning elitist. It's closed.
It's closed, and I can't afford this kind of stuff anyway. I'm not getting yelled at for setting someone's birds loose.
I shouldn't venture too... There's gotta be more. The remaining letters spell telltale heart. In that story, the narrator hides a body under the floor. I hope Oswaldo didn't consider that a source of inspiration. There's a crease in the corner of the rug, as if it's been folded up recently. Am I really going to look under there? I have to, right? Huh? Something down there is reflecting light from the window. It's a key. This looks like it fits.
Hold it. Don't move. Keep your hands where I can see them.
Good God, what the hell's going on in here? Who are you? What's your name?
My name is Harvey Green. I'm in town for business. I'm staying over at the...
What business?
Books. I sell books. I have a card in my pocket. Can I...
Slowly. What's all this on the wall? What have you been doing?
Nothing. No, I don't know what any of this is.
Bullshit.
It's true. Some of the newspaper clippings on the wall over there are from months ago. I didn't even know this town existed until the company added it to my route last week.
Let's say I believe you. Why are you in here?
The radio was on. I heard it from outside. I could have sworn a voice on it spoke my name.
Mr. Green, have you been drinking?
No, I swear.
Shame. Guess you're just crazy. Mr. Green, do you have any knowledge of Oswaldo's current whereabouts?
No, Sheriff.
Then I have a missing person on my hands. Listen to me. I don't know what the hell's going on in this room. I do know that if people caught wind, it'd cause a town-wide panic. So you and I are gonna make a deal. I let you walk straight back to your hotel, and you tell no one about what you saw. Say a word or skip town, and I personally escort you to a jail cell. Do we understand each other?
Yes, Sheriff.
Good. Now get out of here.
Shit. Breaking into a house? What was I thinking? Am I losing it? No, I swear I heard my name coming from in there. I didn't imagine it. I couldn't have. And even if I did, I couldn't have imagined all that other stuff I saw in there. I can't just sit in here and ignore it. For starters, this is the only interesting thing that's happened in months. Seems appropriate.
Enjoying your stay, dear?
I dropped by Oswaldo's house.
Oh, lovely, dear. How is he?
He was out.
You creative types are always off making mischief.
Take care. Still locked. Good evening, officer.
Evening, Mr. I don't believe we've met.
My name's Hugo. Victor Hugo. I'm a tourist.
A tourist? Huh. We don't get many of those. Well, welcome to Villa Ventana, Mr. Hugo. Stay out of trouble and all that.
What happened in there?
I'm afraid I can't comment on that, Mr. Hugo. Scene's still under investigation.
As in crime scene?
Well, that's what the sheriff's gonna figure out in the morning. I probably shouldn't have said that even.
Any chance I could take a look inside? I'm something of a...
Aspiring mystery writer?
How did you...
Suspenders.
Right.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hugo. We need to make sure nothing's disturbed. You're just gonna have to use your imagination. Writers are good at that, aren't they?
Is it safe for me to be out at this hour?
Are you keeping out of the crosswalk over there?
Yes?
Then you're fine.
What's so dangerous about it?
I wish I knew. Almost every time we're called out, it's because some pedestrian got hit.
If that crosswalk's so dangerous, why not remove it?
We submitted a request to City Hall.
Why didn't they do anything?
They did. They put up the sign.
An enormous creature jumped out at me at the edge of the woods.
Ha! First time in deer country, Mr. Hugo?
This was no deer. It was brown,
Like a deer?
totally silent.
Like a deer.
You don't understand.
Relax, Mr. Hugo. You're not the first to get spooked. I promise the deer will leave you alone if you give them the same courtesy.
You sure I can't peek in there for just a second?
I'm sure, Mr. Hugo. Sheriff's orders.
Officer, I think I hear screaming. Someone needs help.
I do appreciate your concern, Mr. Hugo, but I don't hear a thing.
It's faint, but I'm sure it's there. Listen again.
Mr. Hugo, I think you could use a couple more hours of sleep, huh?
Are you really not hearing the screaming? It sounds like it's coming from 1 block over.
Please don't take this the wrong way, Mr. Hugo, but our town does have a world-famous psychiatric sanatorium.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing, Mr. Hugo. Nothing at all. Stay safe.
This guest wouldn't mind a bit of tidying, right? It's full of cleaning supplies. That can't even speak. If I carry any of this around, someone might ask me to clean. These are all still wet. Very wet. I'm not above borrowing a shirt now and then, but I'm not carrying... Clean and dry. Let's see. Ooh, some of these are sharp. Might help me close a sale or two while I'm here.
Great, now the mannequin's dressed better than I am.
I don't see the point. It's off by a few months and a few years. It's plenty warm in the hotel already. They're for washing clothes. Any loose change? Nope. This should look like the real deal to that cop. Here goes nothing. Shit! Shit, that wasn't supposed... Oh, God, what have I know this man.
From my...
Oh, good lord! Did you see what happened, Mr. Hugo?
I didn't. I heard a crash, and,
This damn crosswalk! Sign's useless! Get back to your hotel, Mr. Hugo. I'll call an ambulance.
Yes, officer. If I keep it down, hopefully he won't even realize I'm in here. The radio should still be in that desk. Time to take a look. Who locks a running radio inside their desk? There it is. And it's turned off? How? Whatever, I need to find that station.
No light, no shadows, Oswaldo. No light, no shadows. No light, no shadows. No light, no...
Coming up next. You are next.
No, it's happening. I have to warn Lena.
What did I just... That was him. He was right in front of me, and that thing just took him. What did you find, Oswaldo? Oswaldo's diary. There's several references to a Lena. Must be the same Lena he mentioned in that vision. Wherever she is, I have to find her. I imagine it'll be easier than finding Oswaldo. Did the radio cause my vision of Oswaldo? How? Nothing but static. Classic bathroom sink. Nothing to wash. Pretty boring assortment of magazines, especially given what's in the other room. That can't even speak. I have plenty to read. That's no use to me. I wouldn't know what to do with that. Ugh. Well, people here sure are private. Or maybe... Aw, sleeping like a, well, an inebriated adult man. Wonder how long these have been coming soon. House for sale. Hello? Does any house in this town have people in it?
This one does now.
What the
Fosca Moretti, realtor, licensed and accredited. And to whom do I have the pleasure of showing this magnificent piece of real estate?
Oh, I am not in the market for a...
Oh, ho, ho. Everybody's in the market, my friend. Some of us are just standing a little closer to the register. Your name?
Harvey.
Well, I have to say, Mr. Harvey, seeing you here in this immaculately tiled parlor, I see a man of purpose. Am I wrong?
I have a job, if that's what you mean.
Not a job, Mr. Harvey. A calling, a yearning from within. You, Mr. Harvey, you aspire.
I suppose I'm writing a...
An author, my God, I stand in the presence of a modern-day Hemingway.
You know he's still alive, right?
Mr. Harvey, you must agree that every great writer requires an equally great writing environment.
Where
do you currently do your writing?
I travel a lot for work, so mostly from hotel rooms.
Hotel rooms? Oh, so drab, so utterly lacking in ambiance. No, that won't do at all. What an artist like you needs, Mr. Harvey,
is a house.
But not just any house.
This house.
This house?
Okay, listen, I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm definitely not buying this house, and I definitely don't want you assuming otherwise.
I understand, Mr. Harvey.
Thank you.
You just need a little more time to see what I see.
Which is?
That you and our sleepy little town are destined for each other. And when you come to that realization, I will be here.
I promise you'll be the first to know. I guess the bar is a nice feature.
Much more for you than for me.
What do you mean?
Your torso extends above it, for his eye.
Closet looks a little small.
An optical illusion, Mr. Harvey, I assure you. This closet features no fewer than 200 cubic feet of space. I was almost inclined to list it as a second bedroom.
I'm not so sure. I don't think I could fit much in there.
A skeptic? I respect that. Allow me then to demonstrate. Just one side of this closet can house a full-bodied man such as myself, with space to spare. Voila! Why, I do believe I could comfortably remain in here all day.
It's too short to fit across both knobs. Someone left some lotions and...
Might we proceed with the rest of the tour?
For now, at least.
Splendid. Please don't disturb the basket, Mr. Harvey. Those goods are reserved for the buyer, whoever she or he happens to be.
It's a...
Schlegelman upright, yes. Impeccable eye, Mr. Harvey. What gave it away? The understated, perfectly joined paneling? Or the iconic front legs?
I was just going to say it's a piano.
Ah, indeed it is, Mr. Harvey. Indeed it is.
If I go up there, the realtor will pester me even harder about buying. The usual kitchen equipment. Nah, I'm a terrible cook.
I'm afraid that's locked and empty.
If it's empty, why is it locked?
Well, at the previous open house, a devilish little girl hid in there and promptly fell asleep. Had half the town out looking for her when she popped out looking right as rain. Toodles!
Open house today. Cozy rustic cottage featuring old world charm and new world financing options.
They look nice enough where they are.
I can't see much of anything through those curtains. William Morgan, MD, General Medicine.
Evening, sir.
Evening. What is this house?
Sir, you stand at the majestic wrought iron gates of the Villa Ventana Sportsman Society.
The what now?
It's a hoity-toity hunting club, and the primary home of its president.
Can I take a look around the grounds? I'm doing some sightseeing.
At the moment, absolutely not. However, in a few hours' time, the estate will host a soirée that is open to the public. If you care to explore, that will be the ideal and legal time to do so.
Got it. Thanks.
At your service, sir.
Reward for information leading to the capture of Vinny the Hat DeLuca. What kind of nickname is the Hat? He's not even wearing a hat.
Nothing to see beyond here. Everything in there looks incredible. It's closed. That's a handsome vehicle.
Nearly as handsome as the driver. Evening, friend. Care for a motor tour?
Motor tour?
Like a regular tour, but with a little something extra.
You mean a motorcycle?
Bingo!
What's the tour route?
Right up Ventana Peak. Highest point in the area. Even beats the observatory.
And then back down, I assume?
Back down? Oh, that costs extra.
You're kidding, right?
Yeah, just some classic motor tour humor.
Are you sure that thing's safe?
You kidding? Villa Ventana's streets are some of the safest around. You know, besides the deadly and gruesome car accident earlier this evening.
Oh, there was a car accident?
You didn't hear it? It was a block or so that way toward the hotel. Couldn't tell whose car it was, but I could tell they didn't make it. I thought all the talk about that crosswalk was superstition. Now I'm not so sure.
Do you know a person named Lena?
Lena? Maybe rings a bell. Don't think I've met her.
Okay, thanks.
Where does the tour go again?
Right up Ventana Peak. Highest point in the area. Even beats the observatory.
All right, I'll do the tour.
Great. Now, as to the small matter of payment.
I'm strapped at the moment. Any chance I could ride for free?
By any chance, do you mean 0 chance?
No.
Then no.
I'm good for now.
You're missing out. I'm usually booked solid on an evening this nice.
Top of the hill tours. We look down on the competition.
What'll you have?
What do you got?
Hot dogs?
Anything else?
Things that go on hot dogs?
How eclectic.
Nah, I think I'm all out of eclectics.
1 hot dog, please.
That'll be $3.50.
I'll, pay you tomorrow?
Then I'll, give you a hot dog tomorrow.
Anything I could take off your hands for free?
Got a few expired ketchup packets.
How expired are we talking?
Sir, that is a very sad question.
Just give me the damn packets.
Hey there.
Selling a lot of hot dogs?
Not yet. Waiting for folks to start stumbling out of the bar. After a few rounds, these things go straight from suspicious to delicious.
Isn't it about time to wash that apron?
Hell no. Gotta keep expectations low. If I look clean, the hot dogs look even filthier by comparison.
Hey, is there a woman in town named Lena?
Lena? Oh, sure. I don't see her too often. She's a vegetarian.
Do you know where she lives?
Sure don't. Someone over there in City Hall should, though.
Right. Thanks. Bye-bye, hot dog man.
It's an old handwritten journal. Wonder what it's about. This last page is torn. I think I'll hold on to this.
It's just as cluttered as the shelves. If this room uses an organizational system, I'm not seeing it. A complete mess of books, binders, and historical artifacts. It's the first construction paper settlers arriving in construction paper Villa Ventana. Historical documents from the town's early years, letters and contracts and the like. Wonder if they're replicas or the real deal. I'm already on thin ice. Hardly the time to be spotted with a gun. An old treasure map. Maybe this town used to be a pirate refuge. It's a dusty wax statue of some old leader. The town's founder, maybe. Ugh, it's sticking to my finger. I'm surprised it hasn't melted. It's soft and a little sticky. I don't see the point. It's a badly printed replica of the original town charter. Wait, did they really put "Don't eat the mushrooms" in their founding document? He's pointing very aggressively. If I just grab it, I might pull his whole hand off. I should use something more precise to remove the finger cleanly. Jaunty.
Restrooms for city employees only.
What? No, I don't need to use the restroom.
Then why on earth did you come in here?
Is this City Hall?
Last I checked.
When was that?
When my shift started about, I don't know, 1,000 years ago.
Has a man named Oswaldo been here recently?
Not recently enough. He's late.
Late?
He checked out a pile of old newspapers from the archives. I made it very clear that he had to return them within 3 days. Haven't seen him since. Cheap bastard probably used them for kindling.
I'm in town for work and thought I'd see the sights.
Uh-huh. And which site were you interested in seeing exactly? The cabinet jammed with unsorted census surveys?
I don't know. The building looked big. Figured there'd be something to look at.
If you're that desperate for something to do, there's a little Villa Ventana museum 1 room over. Don't bother telling me the exhibits are falling apart. I already know, and I already don't care.
Where was that museum you mentioned?
Literally next door. You get lost often?
Yeah, honestly. I'm looking for the address of...
Credentials?
I beg your pardon?
All requests for municipal residential data require valid authentication from the requesting party.
I beg your pardon again?
I need proof that you're allowed to view town housing records. So, you got proof or not?
Oh, I, left it at home. I'll be back.
I'm sure you will.
Listen, I seem to have misplaced my credentials. I'm not looking for anything top secret, though. I just need...
No credentials, no records, no exceptions. Don't let the door hit you.
Looks like it wreaks absolute havoc on your lower back. Somebody was in a bad mood on picture day.
Vino Ventana. Not really in the mood for a drink.
If I had any money on me, this would be a great way to lose it. I'm broke, and I'm not a big gambler anyway. The most worked up you'll ever see adults get over a marble. If you aren't the one loading the dice, they're probably loaded against you.
Cashing in or out?
Cashing in.
Excellent, sir. Your funds?
Funds?
Money, sir. For your chips?
Ah, right. Money.
You do have money, yes? If you don't, I must...
Oh, no, of course I do. It's in my other wallet. I'll be back.
Cashing in or out?
Cashing out.
Very well. If I could have your chips.
My chips. I must have left them at the table.
I will be here when you return with them, sir.
The upstairs must be reserved for the high rollers. Evening.
Obviously.
Randolph, don't be rude to the wino. He looks like he's had a rough life.
Encouraging to see at least one person with a book.
Good evening.
Evening, ma'am. Are you open?
We are. There's a reading tonight, so we're open later than usual. Please, take a look around.
Thank you.
Low price, lower quality books. Low price, lower quality books.
Aww. Oh, that's a good kitty. Tonight, the latest novel from Paul Frey as read by visiting critic Aaron Hunt. It's closed for now. The reading must be later.
Decent selection, but a bit dated. Might actually be able to sell some books here.
Need help finding anything?
My name is Harvey Green, and I'm a salesman with McGinty. I'd love to...
McGinty? I don't recall their ever sending someone out this way.
I believe they haven't, ma'am. I'm here to test the waters, so to speak.
How are the waters so far?
Lukewarm.
Not surprised. Wouldn't say the neighboring towns are known for their readers. You'd like to sell to me, then? Oh, why not, Mr. Graham?
Green.
Bring your samples along tomorrow, and I'll take a look.
I appreciate it, Mrs.
Oh, Pamela's fine.
Pamela. All right, thank you.
Was there anything else?
Move a lot of books lately?
Can't complain. Business can't be that bad when there's no competition.
Only bookstore in town, huh? Great.
Others pop up now and then. They all go under trying to compete with the sweet old lady.
Do you do anything special to bring people in?
Oh, plenty. You'll notice the sale bins for starters. We also have a couple of accomplished authors right here in Villa Ventana. I bring them in for readings and signings and the like. Later tonight, a local critic will be reading the latest from Paul Frey. Ever heard of him? Brilliant writer, but he doesn't care much for us unwashed masses.
Yeah, I've heard of him, and that doesn't surprise me in the least.
Don't worry, the cats are friendly.
Aww. Good kitty.
Sorry, pal. We're finishing up some road construction ahead.
I'm obviously not driving a car. Can I sneak by?
You sure can't, but we should be done soon. Come back in a while.
Classic black. I'm having trouble visualizing the closet space again.
Say no more, Mr. Harvey. Observe.
I'm pretty sure I could do a cartwheel in here. Oh. Nailed it.
What in the... Mr. Harvey, the door appears to be jammed. Could I trouble you for assistance?
Uh-oh, it's really stuck.
Not to worry. Very common with these older units. Try sliding this into the latch, would you please?
It's not working. Hold tight. I'm gonna go get help.
Oh, all right. Please do hurry, Mr. Harvey. Spacious though it is, I fear I failed to inspect this closet for bugs and such.
It's covered in the realtor's personal hygiene regimen. Can't say it's my style. I don't need the caffeine right now. The usual kitchen equipment. I doubt it has much to say. Ooh, oven's seen better days. Can't say it's my style. That can't even... It's probably just more kitchen stuff. Looks like a decent selection. Things are strange enough right now. I don't need to add alcohol. I'm not much for cigars, but a cigar cutter might come in handy. A bunch of picture frames with no pictures. That's no use to me. Fosco Moretti's town-issued realtor license. I need something to stick it on there.
Ketchup wouldn't stay on there. That would just ruin the photo.
Your pointing days are at an end, I'm afraid. A match isn't enough to melt it. The wax isn't sticky enough to stay on there. Maybe if I heated it first. It's a sticky wax statue of a town historic figure. I've stuck the wax to the back of the photo. I'll consider it a minor miracle if this fools anyone.
Welcome back to Purgatory.
Found my badge. It was under my bed.
Hand it over. Was that really so hard? Now, what was it that you even needed?
The address of a woman named Lena.
Last name?
Not sure. The telegram with the requisition was smudged.
Typical. Just a moment. It's always something with these guys. Where the hell was that binder? Lucky for you, there's only one Lena in our records. You have a map? There you go. And hey, what a coincidence, it's finally quitting time.
Wait, which side of the street is... Never mind, I'll figure it out.
Oh, I should have held on to that umbrella. I better hurry.
This has to be the place. Seems obvious now that I'm here. I don't see anyone around, including the sheriff. Time to get some answers. Hello? Lena? No one's here, as usual. Lena? There's no oil in it to light. Drafty and unremarkable.
There's nothing to light, and it's not that cold in here anyway. Relatives of Lena's, maybe? Pretty dour bunch.
Empty.
Another radio. Could it show me what happened in here? Only one way to find out. Now where are you, Lena?
Help! Let me go! I can't help you! I see strands. And something's coming. Something's coming! To kill us all! Harvey! Help!
Lena, she was tied up and tortured by those creatures. What are they? They were made of darkness, like the arm that grabbed Oswaldo. Why were they tormenting Lena? Did she do something to anger them? And wait, why did Lena cry out for help to me? How did she even know my name? No, I refuse to leave another abandoned house with more questions than I came in with. Keep talking, radio. Show me where they took her.
No light, no shadows. Can't be right. Move faster.
Lena, it's the sheriff. Please open the door. We know you're home. We got another noise complaint. We're coming inside.
Can't stop it. Never be able to stop it.
Jesus. Lena, what is all this? Doctor?
Very concerning. We must bring her in for observation.
Lena, please come with us. It isn't safe for you here alone.
No, you're doing exactly what they want.
What who wants?
You can't see it, but you're helping them. You're killing me.
Lena, we're helping you. We're going to protect you from them, I promise.
Ivan, if you would.
No, wait, please. No. No.
The sheriff was here. He took Lena. Or at least his doctor friend did. But wait, the sheriff caught me in Oswaldo's house after he was here. He'd already seen the symbols on Lena's wall when he saw Oswaldo's. He must have made the connection, and now he's desperate to keep things quiet. Is that really just to avoid a town panic? Or does he know something? It doesn't matter. Either way, I need to stay clear of him and find Lena. And that starts with paying the doctor a visit. Well, I know where to go if I end up needing a cantaloupe.
Yes? Feel free to browse.
Lovely evening.
Peaceful, too. For now.
Expecting a war later?
Expecting anything. Colin Faraday, Neighborhood Watch.
Harvey Green. Books. What does the Neighborhood watch out for?
Suspicious activity, along with suspicious inactivity.
Wait, so how much activity isn't suspicious?
Why do you ask? Seems suspicious.
How many people are in the watch?
5, if you count my wife.
And?
And my 8-month-old son. And my dog.
Uh-huh. Does the Neighborhood Watch work with the police?
The police? Please, you think the sheriff keeps the peace around here?
Yes.
The safety of the public is best secured by the public itself. More specifically, by me, Colin Faraday.
Quite the radio you have back there.
Appreciate it.
Isn't the roof antenna a bit overkill?
Absolutely not. It's for the watch, used only in the most dire of emergencies, tuned to our secure frequency.
Oh, which frequency's that?
Did you miss the secure part, compadre?
Mind if I borrow some gas? Just enough for my lamp here.
Sorry, can't spare a drop.
You can't spare a drop? You planning to mow every lawn in town?
Lawnmower's a ruse. This gas belongs to the Neighborhood Watch emergency reserves. Can't be too careful. Don't let your guard down.
That thing could probably pick up signals from space. I can't see which frequency it's set to from back here.
Hello, friend. You seek to reshape the earth.
Oh, I've never really worked with clay.
Who said anything about clay?
Did you make everything in here?
A few are by students, but for the most part, yes.
Impressive work.
The wheel does the work. We simply leave an impression as it turns.
But don't you turn the... Forget it. Are you done for the day?
I am not. But at this moment, I am a potter with no clay. Hardly a potter at all, really.
Can you get more?
I can, but the absence of a certain leg makes it a challenge.
Right.
Left, actually.
I could bring you some clay if you want.
I will appreciate that, yes. One feels troubled when they do not play their given role. You will bring me clay, and I will give you something from my shop in return.
Where do I find clay around here?
Keep an eye out, friend. You will find it.
Really? That's the best you can do?
No.
That's a lot of little clay discs.
They're gambling chips, friend, for the casino.
You make all of the casino's chips?
I always have and I always will, until one of us is not here. See you soon.
It's full of small clay discs.
I am sorry. Those are for a special client.
I have the strangest feeling these guys are brothers.
If you're here for dinner, pick a table.
I'm not hungry.
What are you, the health inspector then? We're closed.
What's your problem with the health inspector?
Those government jamokes will find any excuse to shut down an honest local business. I bust my ass night after night slinging pizzas, and they expect me to find time for federally mandated sanitation guidelines. God forbid there's one measly rat in your side salad. Pick it out.
Where did you learn to make pizza?
Ever hear of a little place called Naples?
Yeah.
Well, so had the author of a cookbook I found in the sewer.
You're getting pretty good air on those dough tosses.
Please, this is rookie stuff. Check this out.
Dang!
Haha, best part of the job right there.
Could you toss that dough again?
Oh, you mean like this? I can do this in my sleep. Sometimes I do. Lost a lot of good pillows that way. See ya.
People's clothes are hanging over the pizzeria. Classy. The pizza chef's working right below here. No, if anything falls down there, I'll be in big trouble.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hands off! That's my only pizza shovel.
Piping hot and ready to go. Do they not have plates? I think I hear something rustling around up there.
Get it off! Get it off!
I'll admit, that one's on me. I don't see anything special about it. Forget it. There might be 10 more cats up there. Country Garden Plant Nursery.
Constance DeWitt. You are?
Harvey, Green.
You here to compete, or just looking around?
What kind of competition are we talking about?
Floral arrangements, the pinnacle of natural elegance and beauty.
Lovely. Is there a prize?
Membership in the highly selective Villa Ventana Floricultural Guild.
What's that?
It's this, genius. You're standing in it.
Oh, neat. How do I sign up for the competition?
You sure you're up for it?
Why wouldn't I be?
You need to arrange flowers. By the looks of it, you can't even arrange your shirt.
That's a totally different skill set.
Whatever you say. If you're serious, put together an entry and place it on the table over there.
The competition arrangements are looking a little dried out.
I don't think you know what you're talking about, but I also can't afford to risk it. There. Happy?
Two nice things of flowers ready to be judged. Looks like they're waiting on a third.
Well, hello there, sir. Welcome. I'm Judy.
Thanks, I'm Harvey.
What brings you to our little refuge from everyday life?
Do you know a woman in town named Lena?
Oh, Lena? I know who she is. We aren't close, though. Different circles. She always looks a little sad. You know, maybe I should bring her some flowers sometime.
Why the gas mask? Plants don't seem that dangerous.
Oh, the plants aren't, but the pesticides can be. You don't want to breathe in any of those, no, sir.
Mind if I borrow the mask for a little while?
Oh, I wish you could, Harvey. But only club members can use it. Them's the rules.
What's that you're working on?
Oh, this? It's called a bonsai. You prune it so it grows just the way you want. I like to think this little guy appreciates that someone's in charge of all the important decisions. Take it easy, dear. Oh, that equipment's for members only. Sorry, dear.
Don't you dare walk off with my bottle!
Oh yeah, sorry. That seems pointless. Not sure why I'd do that. I don't follow. Remnants of a meteorite that landed approximately 30 kilometers southwest of Villa Ventana. Remnants of another meteorite that landed approximately 30 kilometers southwest of Villa Ventana. They're painted with an impressive amount of detail.
Thank you. I find myself with an impressive amount of free time. Welcome, fellow galactic traveler.
Hi. Why are you calling me a galactic traveler?
Why, because you are. All of us are. Hurtling audaciously through the Milky Way aboard our great spherical vessel.
I feel pretty stationary.
An illusion. The speeds of Earth's orbit and rotation hold so miraculously constant that we feel nothing. Well, just have a look around. I'm sure you'll pick up a factoid or two.
Why does this town have an observatory?
Villa Ventana's high hilltops make it stellar for stellar observation. Regrettably, Villa Gaviota's substantially higher hilltops make it even more stellar. And it's 30 minutes up the road, all of which is to say we don't get many visitors. So, welcome!
So is there a telescope I can look through?
Sadly, our research telescope is off-limits to guests. However, we have set up a spyglass at the rear window.
What's the difference between a spyglass and a telescope?
A spyglass is weaker, better suited for terrestrial observation of distant objects and landmarks. You'll find it provides a striking view of Ventana Peak.
I'm a little rusty on my planets. Could you refresh my memory?
Certainly. Over on the left there, you'll see the sun, which is our star. Then we have our 4 smaller planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, of course, and Mars. Then we have the much larger cohort of Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune.
Thank you. That brought it all rushing back.
Anytime.
Are you an astronomer?
Would you enjoy the hokey answer where I say that every human who looks up at the night sky is an astronomer?
Not really.
Then, yes, I am an astronomer.
So, anything new in space?
The community is abuzz with excitement over the recent discovery of a 9th supposed planet. Pluto, they're calling it.
What do you mean, supposed planet?
It feels hasty to classify it as such. If the reports are true, it's even smaller than the moon. The moon! Plus, now I'm stuck here painting a Pluto to add to our educational display.
If you don't think Pluto deserves to be in the planet display, don't add it.
But the larger community has reached consensus.
Is that what Copernicus said when he figured out the sun revolves around the Earth?
Earth around the sun.
Whatever.
The thing is, Copernicus was disputing a fundamental understanding of the cosmos. This is like arguing about whether a particular shirt is a small or a large.
Yes, but what happens when you wear a large shirt when you're supposed to wear a small?
Oh my god. You look ridiculous. You're right, I have to take a stand. Here, take my Pluto before I overthink this.
Yes, stay strong for science. It's a partially painted model of Pluto in a pot. Complicated astronomy gadgets. I probably shouldn't touch anything.
That's correct.
The armillary sphere was used to model the movement of the heavens relative to Earth. It's bolted onto the base. I can't smuggle the whole thing out of here. It's bolted onto the base. Nobody would miss one old broken compass. There's plenty more in there, and I could see this being useful. Ventana Peak is known the world over for the unique rock formation at its summit, an arched opening that locals fittingly called the window. Scholars continue to debate whether the window is the result of natural erosion or the deliberate work of an ancient civilization. There's a big sign hanging across it that says no.
Just the fellow I wanted to see.
You know me?
I know everything that I need to.
Which is?
That you are a man in dire need of a barber.
There's hair all over the floor.
First time in a barber shop?
No, it's just usually they sweep it.
As I will be doing when I close up. I collect it and sell it to local farmers as fertilizer.
Does hair work as fertilizer?
I have no idea.
Mind if I grab a handful of that hair? You seem to have plenty.
Whatever do you want it for?
I don't know.
Surely you see the absurdity in that, yes?
Yes. So can I grab some?
No. As I told you already, I sell it.
You ever nick anybody with that razor over there? Looks sharp.
Indeed it is sharp. It is in fact much more dangerous if dull. And I can assure you I have never injured a client. To do so would be disastrous to my reputation. Not to mention my minor aversion to blood.
You said you have an aversion to blood. How bad is it?
Why, you're not bleeding, are you? You have to tell me if you're bleeding. It's the law.
So pretty bad then.
All things being equal, I would strongly prefer not to be in the same room as an actively bleeding individual. I will leave it at that.
What do you charge for a haircut? I'm low on cash at the moment.
How much do you have?
0.
Ah, I fear I charge a touch more than 0. But seeing as how I'm newly arrived in town, allow me to offer you a complimentary shave. Provided that you return for a proper haircut whenever your wallet allows, of course.
I suppose a quick shave wouldn't hurt.
That's the spirit. Have a seat. There we are, my friend. Do come back when you find the time. And money.
What would that do? I don't follow. Looks new.
I imagine it's for employees only.
You break, you buy.
And hello to you too. No reason to risk it. I break, I buy. An assortment of dusty old electronics. Most of them are in bad shape. Hi there.
You break, you buy.
Yes, you already said that. I'm allowed to try this transmitter for free?
Yes, but...
I break, I buy?
Da.
What about the phonographs? Can I try those?
No.
Why not?
No sign.
Can't argue with that. Bit of a strange question for you. Do your radios ever give you horrific depictions of past events?
You mean news report? Yes, radio gets news report. 15% extra.
No, like, never mind. I'm a little short on cash. What happens if I break something?
You break, I break.
Understood.
Much appreciation.
No reason to risk it. I break, I buy.
Apparently he's been doing it for as long as they've been together.
You're kidding! It's so disgusting. How can she stand it?
That's what I said! Oh, I think you have a delivery, Mary.
Can I help you, sir?
Who's this gross guy you're talking about?
I'm sorry, does that sound like it's any of your business?
Annette, he might be a customer. Are you a customer, sir?
No.
Then I'm sorry, does that sound like it's any of your business?
Are there any new fashionable trends I should look into?
No offense, but it looks like you should start by studying the basics.
That's very offensive.
Sir, Annette said no offense. That means you can't get offended.
Those machines are huge. They look pretty dangerous.
They do?
No, Annette. Don't listen to the uninformed gentleman. The hair dryers are indeed large, sir, but they are perfectly safe.
How hot do those things get? Could that damage your hair?
Wait, could it, Mary?
No! Sir, you are distressing my client. If you have no business here, please leave.
Either of you smell burning?
Burning? Oh my god! Do I?
No burning, Annette. Zero burning. Just dry, healthy hair. Sir, get out already. Please come again. I'm afraid those aren't for sale, sir. We use them here in the salon.
I've seen these around before. They play a quick movie. Sometimes the movie's for certain audiences. You need to put a coin in to watch the movie. They have a little bit of everything in there. They have a little bit of everything.
Mr. Green.
Sheriff, funny running into you here.
Yes. What are the odds I'd be at the police station? Step up to the window, please.
You're looking well. Armed.
Why are you here? Did you have something you wanted to tell me?
Tell you? Like what?
Like the real reason you're in town? Or the real reason you were inside Oswaldo's house? Just examples, really.
No, Sheriff, I told you the truth. There's nothing else to tell. I'm just here doing research for my novel. Figured there might be a prisoner or two with an interesting story.
Is that right? Well, I doubt you'll get much interesting out of Mortimer over there, but I won't stop you. Make it quick. Public hours are over soon.
Understood, Sheriff.
You're trying my patience.
Don't mind me, Sheriff.
Why don't you head on back to your hotel now? Touch those and you'll be wearing them.
Why leave handcuffs out here where people can take them?
Most people in this town have the sense to understand what happens if they do take them. I hope you count yourself among them, Mr. Green.
Guess it keeps this place warm in the winter.
What is this, a spittoon? I'm not looking any closer, just in case. You're Mortimer, yeah? What happened to you?
Oh, bad trip. Or maybe a really good one. I can't really remember.
And now the sheriff's got you locked in here until it wears off.
Hopefully that's all. He seemed angrier than usual. I think I did something this time, maybe.
There's no way you totally forgot what happened.
You'd be surprised. Those mushrooms pack a punch. But when they punch you the right way, man, let's just say the Watambu were onto something.
You're this messed up from some mushrooms?
Oh, those aren't some mushrooms. Best mushrooms in the world out in that forest. But sometimes they get a mind of their own, and then you end up losing yours.
Did you say Watambu? What's that?
People who lived here a long time ago. They're the ones who figured out about the mushrooms.
Do you know anything else about them?
Did I already say they lived here a long time ago?
Yes.
Well, that's all I got.
You gotta remember something. Where were you when you came to?
Dr. Morgan's office, same as usual. He said I was licking the window of the candy store screaming that it needed more nougat. And then the sheriff came in and started asking me questions about some green thing.
The sheriff asked you about a green thing? What green thing?
I don't know. The doctor said I was holding it when he collected me. I didn't get a good look because I was so out of it. Oh no. The sheriff must think I stole it. What if I did steal it?
Where's the green thing now?
If the sheriff hasn't figured out who it belongs to, he probably put it with the rest of my stuff.
And where's that?
In one of the lockers over there, probably. Enjoy your freedom.
Mortimer said he was found holding some green thing, and it's probably in one of these lockers. They're lockers, so pretty confident they're locked. Mortimer said he... Bay Lighthouse. Yep, I can confirm there's a lighthouse out there. Nobody's inside. I'm not much for fishing anyway. Nobody's inside. I'll grab a handful. I've already taken enough.
Well?
Well, what?
You're the one who knocked, you tell me.
Are you the doctor?
No.
Can I see the doctor?
No.
Why not?
No more appointments today. Emergency care only.
How do you know this isn't an emergency?
You look okay to me, medically speaking.
I desperately need to find one of the doctor's patients. Her name is Lena.
Nope. Nuh-uh. Ever heard of a little thing called doctor-patient privilege?
Yes, but...
But nothing. Lena's file is just as confidential as anybody else's. Now beat it!
So this is Lena's doctor. I need to figure out a way in there to get that file.
This better be good.
Out of curiosity, what does the doctor look like?
Out of curiosity, what do you care?
I might have seen him recently, but I wanted to make sure.
Learn to live with uncertainty. Goodbye now. Come on, give me a break.
What's an example of a medical emergency the doctor would treat right now?
You want an example, young man? An example? Fine. Earlier this evening, Dr. Morgan had to pronounce a poor man dead on arrival. Lost control of his car, crashed, and flew through the windshield. Fellow looked like a meat pretzel.
Oh no.
See, now that's an emergency. Well, that and the shroom gulpers.
Did I hear you say something about shroom gulpers?
Damn shroom gulpers, bane of the whole town.
What are they?
What's it sound like? They're idiots who gulp mushrooms to feel, I don't know, goofy. Most of the time they just sit there and giggle. But sometimes they start thinking they're something crazy, like a banana. Then Dr. Morgan needs to sedate them before they start peeling themselves.
Ew.
Now be on your way. And for everybody's sake, don't gulp any mushrooms. I've seen enough of you.
Listen to me. Lena's in serious danger. I need to talk to her.
Would you give it a rest? Lena's in the safest place in town. For someone in her condition.
Where's that?
Somewhere a lunkhead like you can't bother her. What do you want?
Listen to me. Lena's in serious danger. I need to talk to her.
Would you give it a rest? Lena's in the safest place in town.
Where's that?
Somewhere a...
You have clay for me.
Good guess.
Something like that. In return, you take any item in the shop.
Even one of those chips?
You will use it to defraud the casino.
Oh, no. I have a wobbly table. I'll slide it under a leg.
Ah, yes. I am familiar with wobbly legs. You help yourself. They aren't painted anyway. The casino paints the chips after I make them.
Thanks for this.
Thank you for my clay.
Please don't touch the nail polish, sir. If you're interested in a manicure, just let me know. Do you need something?
Either of you smell burning?
Burning? Oh my god! Do I? No burning, Annette. Zero burning. Just dry, healthy hair. Sir, get out already.
I'll leave you to it.
I'm afraid those aren't for sale, sir. We use them here in the salon.
The potter made it. Same shape as any other gambling chip, but not the same color. I'll borrow this for a while. Don't imagine anyone else showing up to use it. Better do this from a distance. Otherwise, the watchman will watch me watching. There we go. Clear as day. His top secret frequency is 30 megahertz. Good evening, Villa Ventana. Tough crowd. Hello? Anybody out there? Guess not. You're listening to Bookman and the Worm on XHRV, the Harv. Always wanted to do that. Breaker, breaker, this is Thunderbird calling all members of the Neighborhood Watch. Come back.
I read you, Thunderbird. This is Sentinel. What's your status? Over.
Sentinel, we've got a situation. Oh, over.
Copy that, Thunderbird. Which sector? Over.
Foxtrot, over.
Copy. And what's the situation code? Over.
Situation code? It's, Veronica, over.
Received, Thunderbird. En route to forest to stop ongoing shark attack. Over and out.
There's about 10 different reasons that shouldn't have worked. Unbelievable.
I trick him too sometimes.
It's propped up against an old hitching.
I can barely see 3 feet ahead of me. It's a partially painted model of Pluto in a pot. This probably isn't the kind of fuel I'm supposed to put in here, but I don't have a ton of options. It worked! Nice bright light, with the slightest hint of noxious fumes. All right, Harvey, it's just a forest. Just a typical forest with typical trees and bushes and absolutely nothing that's going to devour your flesh. I can see a path behind there. Well, it would probably have killed me by now if it was going to. Evening, sir. Mind if I borrow this? Promise I'll bring it back. Ugh. How did he die? When did he die? Was the giant head involved? It's huge and looks ancient. Who made it? And why? I'll give him his personal space. I don't want to end up like my dead friend here. Ah! There'd better be something really useful out here. Something smells purple. What? I'm fine? That was all a nightmare, or something like one. Whatever's coming out of those flowers, I need to lay off it. Those look sharp. Wow, way out of my tax bracket.
Could you please smoke that outside, Beaumont? I swear I could smell it from across the room.
Doubt that would help, Skeffington. With that beak, you could smell this cigar from across the continent. Yes, indeed.
I will have you know that its size has minimal bearing on its capability.
Ha! Did you get your wife to believe that?
I fail to see how poor...
You have somebody else in mind?
Well, since you ask...
You? Ha! Please, I'd sooner vote for the bear. Besides, it's Gordon who really runs this ship. Paul's got Gordon's respect, and Gordon's got mine.
Is it supposed to be waving? Swearing on a Bible, maybe?
Why must you drag me here, Herbert? It reeks of bourbon and old leather, and it's decorated with nothing but wretched animal carcasses.
I know it isn't exactly our scene, Edna, dear, but we would benefit greatly by finding ourselves in the good graces of Mr. Frey. There's much more to this hunting club than the hunting.
There'd better be. I'll be airing out this dress for months.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Ah, a newcomer. Your name?
Harvey Green. I was considering joining the club.
Wonderful. Then you must have been duly impressed by our collection of heads.
Very much so. But I couldn't help but notice that one of the mounts is empty.
Well spotted, Mr. Green.
Indeed, we as a society have yet to claim a trophy of that most dangerous game.
You mean jaguars? I've heard they're quite cunning.
A reputation that is woefully undeserved.
Tigers?
Alas, tigers began to bore us some years ago. They've run their course.
Then what?
Why, the only animal capable of reason, naturally.
What? No animal is capable of reason. Unless you mean... Wait, no! Please!
Ha! Bagged another one, Richard.
What the hell?
Oh, just a touch of fun, Mr. Green. What sort of club would we be if we didn't haze the prospective members? Please enjoy the drinks and conversation.
And be sure to speak to Gordon if you wish to apply.
Ready to take flight. Or it would be if it weren't dead. Looks like I've caught someone's attention.
Welcome, sir. My name is Gordon.
I'm Harvey Green.
What brings you here this evening?
This is the hunting club, right? I was hoping to join.
Ah, well, rather luckily, we happen to have a...
Who do we have here, Gordon?
Harvey Green. He's interested in joining the club. Harvey, this is club president Paul Frey.
The author?
Regrettably, Mr. Green, we have 0 vacancies. I wish you a pleasant night.
It sounded like Gordon here was about to tell me there is a vacancy.
Yes, indeed. We're in the process of...
Gordon was mistaken. We certainly have no availability for bedraggled drifters.
What? I'm not a drifter. I'm a writer, like you.
Adorable. Write all you like, Mr. Green. You are nothing like me. This is an exclusive hunting club, not a charity. Now leave before I need to ventilate my foyer.
Wow, I hate that guy. Ah, the swords are really stuck on there. Oh, wow, I am so sorry. Let me take care of that. Careful, careful, and... there we go. Good as new. Sort of. You take it easy for a few days, okay? Tastefully understated. Have at you, thorns! Taste my swashbuckly blade! I have no idea how hard this is gonna hit. I should eat them right outside the doctor's door in case things go wrong fast.
Oh, for crying out loud! We got another shroom gulper!
Looks like this one's going to sleep it off. That's a welcome change of pace. Now, back to that overdue corner report.
Oh! Did it work? Looks like a doctor's office at least. Huh, I don't feel too bad. A little dizzy maybe. What was I here for again? A file. I need Lena's... Yeah, okay. Let's take it slow. Okay. Okay, Harvey, I got this. Whoa. Okay, steady. Oh, man, am I dizzy. Oh. The doctor, what is he? Oh my, okay, time to go. Wait, get file, then go. Fast. What? What is happening? What are you? What do you want?
I could ask you the same thing, handsome. Let me take your breath away. Don't make me wait too long. Let me take your breath. Don't make me...
Leave me alone!
Never seen green or purple fire before. Looks like it's a letter from a friend of the doctor. Nothing about Lena. It's missing its wind-up key. Looks normal enough, unlike everything else in here.
Leave it be, please. Information is for the informed.
The lamp's shining on it. It's already switched on. That seems pointless.
Slap it, slap it! Too much! Don't look! Don't look! Ow!
Never seen greener. Hey, give this a listen.
That sounds nice. Like I don't want to squish you into a pulp quite so badly. Hand it over. Look, just try to keep it down, yeah? Okay, good talk.
A lit pipe for the lady.
Yes! Hand it to me, darling. Oh, how I've longed for this. You behave yourself while I enjoy my little treat. Air kisses.
What have you found there?
Oh, some puzzle. Can't make heads or tails of it.
Unsurprising. Hand it over. Ah, a primitive color-matching affair. Rotating the top should... but then this yellow square would... I'm going to borrow this for a moment. Try not to do anything unintelligent.
Finally. Here we go. What? There's only one document in Lena's file. Whatever, I need to copy this down and get out of here. Safety. Oh, fresh air. I feel almost back to normal. Hope I didn't leave too much evidence of my snooping.
Miriam, could you bring the broom, please?
Now, what did I even write when I was in there? What the hell? All I got was this? Oh, mushrooms must have hit even harder than I thought. Unless this is some kind of code that I left for myself? But a code for what? And how am I supposed to crack it? It's still attached to the boat with a rope. Time to go fishing.
Don't eat the breadsticks. They're for decoration.
Could you toss that dough again?
Oh, you mean like this? Oh, for crying out loud! You know what? Screw this. I'm having a smoke. Anybody leaves without paying, I burn your house down.
I won't get too far without a paddle. This should work as a paddle, at least well enough to get me to that lighthouse and back. Whoa! Hey! What was that? I can't see a thing down there. Better not be a whale. I'm not trying to get swallowed like Geppetto. It's probably for heating. Something tells me I can't reach that. Guess nobody's home. Nice. That's the brightest light I've ever seen. I mean, besides the sun. It's full of a thick industrial chemical. I think it's liquid rubber. This must control the rotation of the lighthouse. I shouldn't mess with it without a good reason. It's a serious saw for serious woodworking. How would that help? This should get a locker open without causing too much obvious damage. There we go. What the hell is this thing? I've opened the middle locker. I don't see anything else in there worth taking. I'll leave his actual belongings alone.
Fancy a new look?
Would you mind touching up my shave? I think you missed a spot.
Oh, well, let's get that taken care of. Smooth as the day you were born. Unless you were a hairy baby, of course.
Would you mind touching up my shave? I think you missed a spot.
That won't do at all. Take a seat.
Gotcha! Did I spook you there? Just a little ketchup prank. Sir? What the? He can't be. You call this a minor aversion of blood? I didn't, it was just, he was in my nightmare, like the man in the car. How many other heads were mounted on that wall, besides mine? Am I next? What am I supposed to do? I can't tell the sheriff, and if I leave town, he'll have all the more reason to suspect me. I'm stuck. There's no talking to him now. If I touch him, it might look like this was intentional. I have no idea why I would need this, but he definitely doesn't need it anymore. Effortlessly mysterious. I imagine it's for employees only. I don't see the point. No.
Sir, don't touch that!
Pardon me, ladies. I dropped my wallet.
Klutz.
Not to be a broken record.
What is it now, sir?
There's an awful lot of hair on the floor. Is the hairdryer supposed to do that?
That's my hair! My beautiful hair is ruined!
Annette, I'm so sorry. This is never...
Well, that went better than the prank with the barber. There's a nearly empty bottle of nail polish here. She probably won't miss it. There are plenty of full ones. Ow! These hairdryers really are dangerous. Not too shabby. Looks real enough to me, anyway. Looks like someone left their gloves behind. It's probably for heating. Ah yes, the traditional recipe for rubber gloves. 1 part rubber, 1 part gloves. What the?
Careful there. Floor's a little slippery.
Slippery? This place is completely flooded. If I slip, I might drown.
Now that'd be something to see. It's always a good time for a good timepiece.
Why is it so dark in here?
Fuse is blue. Happens every time it rains.
Every time? Isn't that dangerous?
Oh, just inconvenient. Those were my last couple good ones. Can't pick up any replacements till tomorrow.
Everything's drenched in here. How'd this happen?
It's been raining, silly.
We're inside, silly.
I have a gigantic leak in my roof that I haven't bothered to fix in years, silly.
Well, that clears things up. Silly. You made all these, huh?
Every one. Well, except the watch I'm wearing. Keeps me humble.
They're such different sizes. Doesn't that make it tricky?
Not really. Clock's just a circle that tells time. What's it matter how big the circle is?
I guess you're the expert. A compass is kind of like a clock, right? Think you could fix up this one?
Compass? That ain't even close to a clock. Oh, when you look at the time, it's 1/4 south. See how stupid that sounds?
Still, I feel like a lot of the precision that goes into watch repair would
Nothing. My tools are calibrated for clockwork. End of story.
I've got replacement fuses here.
Aren't you a resourceful one? I'll swap them out first thing tomorrow.
Tomorrow? I kind of need this compass fixed now.
You can't rush these things, kid. You want it done right, you gotta wait. Stay dry.
They're completely shot. No wonder the lights are out in there. This should be a quick fix. Whoa! Hey, are you all right in there? The fuse is blue immediately. No! You old idiot! Why didn't you fix your damn roof? Why didn't you... Why didn't I... I am not killing these people. I am not a murderer. Something is causing all of these people to die, and I swear it isn't me. But whatever it is, it has me on the same list. My only hope is that Lena knows what's happening and how to stop it. I have to find her, fast. A variety of attractive wrist and pocket watches. He's burned to a crisp. It's still smoldering. They're all set to different times. Come to think of it, what time is it?
You're back. Ready for a ride?
All right, I'll do the tour.
Great. Now, as to the small matter of payment. You know where to find me.
I'm ready to cash out. Here are my chips. I mean, chip, singular.
One moment. Your pittance, sir. Have a nice evening.
You're back. Ready for a ride?
All right, I'll do the tour.
Great. Now, as to the small matter of payment.
I've got the money. Let's ride.
Hell yeah, brother. Let's inhale some fumes.
You think we can avoid at least some of the bumps?
You call those bumps? I'll show you bumps. Buckle up, amigo.
Buckle what up? There's no...
Here we are, Ventana Peak. Go check out the top.
You'll wait for me here, right?
You bet. I got loads of deep inward reflection to catch up on.
How did this hole get here? The compass is broken. It won't tell me anything unless I fix it. That was simple enough. The dial's rotating freely now. Let's see. If the lighthouse is southeast of here at a bearing of 140 degrees, then I must be northwest of the lighthouse at the opposite bearing. So... There's a small hole in the ground here. It fits perfectly. That's one powerful light. That's the brightest light I've ever seen. I mean, besides the sun. I wonder if that actually did anything. It's covered in intricate designs, probably just decorative. That's a hefty cube. Maybe the What on earth? These stones look like giant buttons, but what do they do? Haven't I seen those symbols somewhere before? It's my manuscript. It's my manuscript, now with no cover on it. The symbols on the door all match symbols in this journal. There we go. Open sesame. The light doesn't even reach the bottom, if there is a bottom. It's attached to the mechanism for this door. The light doesn't even reach the bottom, if there is a bottom. The way the light's hitting this makes me think it's a sundial. But it's not like any sundial I've seen before. How do you tell time with this? There are symbols along the edge of the circle. Are they supposed to be numbers? Whoa, something didn't like me picking that up. What's it supposed to be? The light doesn't even reach the bottom. Trapped in an ancient temple. Whoa, look at the size of this place. It could probably fit everybody in the whole town.
Welcome to Whitestone. May I help you?
Is this a hospital?
Technically, it's a psychiatric sanatorium.
Seems big for such a small town.
We treat referrals from all over. Something about thin mountain air, promoting cognitive wellness.
Have to admit I'm skeptical.
You and me both. Sorry, what was it you needed again?
I believe there's a patient here I need to talk to.
You believe?
No, I know there's a patient.
What's the name?
Lena.
What is your relationship to the patient?
Family, family friend.
And what is the patient's visitor code?
Visitor code?
All patients have an associated visitor code that's provided by their referring physician.
Oh, right. Who's that again?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not authorized to disclose sensitive medical information.
Yeah, that makes sense. I have Lena's visitor code. I'd like to see her now.
I'm ready for the code when you are.
8, 2, 9, 3.
Code verified. Your visit is approved.
Yes! I mean, thank you.
May I have a name for the log?
A name? Yes, of course. Faulkner. Bill Faulkner.
You're welcome to head upstairs, Mr. Faulkner. The attending nurse will direct you to the patient.
Where's this go?
The break room.
Is it as terrifying as the rest of this building?
For the most part. But there are snacks.
Visitor or new patient?
Visitor. Definitely visitor.
Patient name?
Lena.
Follow. If separated, find Neverland.
If separated, why would we get separate? Damn it. Hello? Large man? Great. What did he say? Find Neverland? I think that's a reference to Peter Pan, which I haven't read. Perfect. It's a shield with a yellow star emblazoned on it. Well, that's unpleasant. A sculpture of a star. Not terribly interesting, but at least it isn't disturbing. There's a big star on the tapestry. Dusty old armor. There's a star on the chest. A sculpture of a star. Not terribly interesting, but at least it isn't disturbing. There's a big star on the tapestry. Must have interrupted a group session.
Finally.
You know, you could have just waited for me.
You could have walked faster. Lena is inside. No funny business.
Uh-huh. Thanks so much. Lena.
Harvey, you're here.
I have too many questions for you.
I imagine you must. First, could you open the window for some fresh air? I'd do it myself, but...
Oh, yes, of course.
Where would you like to start?
How are you holding up, Lena? I couldn't last 30 minutes in this place.
It could be worse. The sheriff insisted they put me in one of the nice rooms. He's always looked out for me for some reason.
Why did the sheriff put you here in the first place?
I don't blame him, or Dr. Morgan for that matter. Given the condition my house was in, the condition I was in, putting me in here must have felt like their only option. They think they're protecting me from myself.
How do you know Oswaldo?
We were in a book club together. Sometimes we'd write stories and share them with each other.
Huh, funny you should mention that.
You're a writer too.
Trying to be. Not much luck with the publisher so far.
I have a feeling you'll make a name for yourself.
You recognized me. You know my name. How?
You recognized me, didn't you?
That's because
You saw me in a vision.
Yes! That doesn't sound completely insane?
They don't like that word around here.
Right.
Suffice to say, I've had a few visions of my own.
In my visions, I saw dark creatures. An enormous claw burst into Oswaldo's house and snatched him away. Later, in your house, cloaked figures were hovering around you, torturing you.
Yes, your visions were echoes of past events, of intrusions by beings known as the Shadows.
Shadows? Oswaldo was mumbling about shadows in my vision. We aren't talking about regular old shadows here, are we?
No.
Then what are we talking about?
Forces of fate.
Fate? The shadows are fate?
No. The shadows manipulate fate, manipulate us to their liking.
How do they do that? Why do they do that? And besides, who says fate even exists for them to influence?
Many say that fate exists. Do you, Harvey?
I believe it exists, sure, but that doesn't mean I'm right.
That's impressively reasonable of you.
You said the shadows influence fate. How do they do that?
Mostly through a pawn, an individual who carries out their will, knowingly or otherwise.
Like who?
Who do you think?
You?
Do I look like I'm carrying out the will of another, Harvey, let alone my own? The shadows have a plan for me, but that isn't it.
Then who?
You, Harvey.
That's ridiculous. I'm not a pawn.
You are, Harvey. The shadows are manipulating you into action.
But I don't feel manipulated.
No. Leading up to your arrival here, nothing has felt different?
Well, I've been having this one recurring nightmare. My head and other people's heads mounted on a wall.
What other people?
At first, I couldn't make out the other faces, but then I watched 3 of them die.
In the dream?
No.
You didn't mean to kill those people, Harvey.
I didn't kill them at all. They were accidents. Terrible accidents.
Accidents that the shadows used you to cause. Whether you accept it or not, Harvey, you are a walking agent of death.
If the shadows are really behind this, we have to stop them. They aren't done. And according to my dream, they'll kill me too after the others are dead.
I know, Harvey, but stopping them seems impossible.
What do you mean, impossible? You've been studying them, haven't you?
Yes. And that's how I know this has all happened before, and it will happen again.
What's happened before? You mean the shadows have manipulated other people?
No. I mean the shadows have manipulated you. Forced you to end the lives of specific people in this town. Details might change each time, but they're just details. The shadows make sure it all happens, one way or another.
I don't understand how what you're saying is possible, but I do know that I'm not going to be responsible for any more people dying. Please, if you have any idea how I can stop this, tell me.
Apart from myself and Oswaldo, there is one other person who investigates the shadows.
Who?
Vincent. He owns the factory by my house. He's always been obsessed with fate and free will. With good reason, it turns out. A few days ago, I received a message from Vincent. He said he was nearing some kind of breakthrough. I didn't get a chance to find out what he meant. Later that same day, the sheriff collected me.
I'll find Vincent. Should I check his factory first?
Yes. He hardly ever leaves. Take my necklace.
Why?
There's a key on it for the factory basement. Harvey, you need to be careful. Vincent thinks there are more people in this town who know about the shadows. People who worship them, hoping to influence their own destiny. If they find out what you're up to, they'll do whatever it takes to stop you.
I still have to try, right? Feels like I don't have much of a choice.
That's fate for you.
Thank you, Lena. I'm going to fix all of this.
I'd hoped you wouldn't come, Harvey. I wanted to be wrong so badly.
Wrong about what?
About the shadows. About you. About how it all ends.
We don't know how it ends, Lena. Not yet.
We don't know how it ends for you. The shadows have a schedule to keep, Harvey. If they don't see what they expect, they'll know something's wrong, and they'll intervene. Harvey, your next victim needs to die.
My next victim? I don't even know who that is.
I do.
What?
Good luck, Harvey.
Lena, wait! No! Why, Lena? You didn't have to do that. We could have changed things. I could have found Vincent. I could have... The only head left on that wall is mine. Am I officially expendable? I have to find Vincent. He's the only lead I have left. But first, I need to get out of here before that brick wall of a nurse sees what happened. It's locked tight. Hello? Vincent? That switch better turn the lights on, because I can't see anything else down here. What the hell kind of factory is this? Looks like somebody's lying down on the job. It grew right through the concrete floor. They're full of body parts. Artificial body parts, to be clear. Look at this junk. Did Vincent build it all? So many detached arms and legs. All metal, thankfully. Wonder if anything in here is in decent condition. Ugh. This looks like it's intact. Deeply upsetting, but intact. Why build a mechanical baby? Oh! Well, that was in one piece. I think I see another whole one in there. Looks like designs for those creepy babies in the basement. These schematics are so elaborate. I think I need to put something in the slot for this machine to do anything. There are 4 buttons here. Forward, backward, wait, and deploy. Those must be the instructions I can add to a punch card. The first 3 are simple enough, but deploy? Deploy what? I'll hold on to the blank card for now. This is a workplace safety violation if I've ever seen one. If I get a running start, I bet I can jump to the other side. Good thing that junk broke my fall. What a totally normal thing for a machine to do. Vincent, don't forget to move the air intake so it stops getting clogged with debris. Best, Vincent. There we go. One punched punch card. For whatever that's worth. Should be able to crawl across now without getting chopped to bits. Not to jinx it or anything. Ah! I guess Vincent uses this room for storage. This radio can't be in here by coincidence. I have to see what Vincent was up to.
This should do the trick. Time for some answers. Starting with a calibration test. Am I an automaton? Is my name Vincent? All right, proceeding to primary inquiry. Do I control my own destiny? Can I take control of my... What was that? Another rat? What? No. Enough! I can't endure any more of this.
The shadows terrorized Vincent, just like Lena and Oswaldo. He must have been onto something for them to intervene like that. That claw, it recoiled when Vincent turned on the light. Is that supposed to be a heart? Why create hearts for these things? It has a combination dial, and I don't have the combination. Is one rope really holding up all those dummies? There's no way, right? Oh! Holy shit! Something tells me I found Vincent. I won't lie. It's almost reassuring to come across a dead body that isn't my fault. It looks custom made. There's a narrow slot on the side for something. The punch card fits in here perfectly. Incredible. It's typing entirely on its own. All right, Vincent, what do you have to say? Hopefully Vincent didn't change the combination since writing that note. Bingo. There's another letter in here, among other things. Vincent thinks members of the hunting club or the gardening club might be worshipping the shadows. I guess it's a start. Organics brand maximum strength herbicide. Keep away from all things living that should not die.
Nothing's for sale, if that's what you're wondering.
Could you tell me anything about the shadows?
What? Are you serious?
Extremely.
Okay. You see, Harvey, there's a big circle in the sky called the sun.
No, I didn't mean...
And the sun shines something called light all over the ground.
Constance, that's not what I...
Sometimes the light hits something on the way down, like a tree, or a rock, or maybe an idiot.
I'm gonna go.
But I was just getting to the important part. Try not to touch anything.
Charming, in a complete catastrophe sort of way. The herbicide gives the water a sickly green hue.
You got a question or what?
The competition arrangements are looking a little dried out.
Great, now you got me all nervous about it. What on earth? They're both ruined! Well, not my fault these dopes use flowers that can't handle water, of all things.
All right, Constance, my entry is on the table, and I'm ready to compete.
Oh, joy. Might as well get this thing started, then. First and foremost, thanks to all our competitors for their wonderful entries.
Don't a couple of them look, I don't know, dead?
Judy, the members of our community have all tried the very hardest.
Don't get me wrong, Connie. I'm not blaming them. I just think that maybe...
Maybe nothing, Judy. Time for the results. And the winner is... Harvey Green!
Yes! Ha-ha! Finally, I catch a break.
Congratulations, Harvey. We'd love to invite you for tea as our newest member. Wouldn't we, Connie?
We'd be absolutely delighted. All right, Harvey, I suppose we should get to know each other, since you're gonna be around all the time now.
Oh, yes, please. Tell us about yourself, Harvey.
Well, I'm something of an aspiring writer.
What do you write about?
Oh, you know. Lately, I've been documenting unexplained paranormal events.
You mean like the chicken that lived for 2 whole years after Farmer Bertram chopped off its head?
More like, veiled omnipotent beings that torment any who would seek to understand them?
Good heavens.
Ha! You're a proper killjoy, Green. Guess we have something in common.
Sorry, sounds like none of you are into that kind of stuff.
It all sounds very interesting, Harvey. It's just, we usually talk about simpler things, like baking. Or who in town's doinkin' who.
You know who probably likes talking about that kind of thing? Those weirdos out in the forest.
What weirdos?
Yeah, what weirdos?
I don't know who they are. I just know I was out the other night gathering rare flowers, and I saw a weirdo standing in a circle mumbling nonsense. You're talking nonsense too, so maybe it's the same kind.
Connie.
No, it's all right. That's very helpful, Constance. Thank you. Now, how about another cup?
Coming right up.
Constance mentioned seeing strange individuals in the forest. Wait, could this have anything to do with the creature that grabbed the rabbit by the hotel? Guess I'm headed back out there. But what part of the forest haven't I checked yet? I've already messed with it. I should leave it alone.
If you're back for more tea, you're out of luck. Judy scurried off to talk to her son.
That's all right. I just wanted to double-check what you said about those people in the forest.
What's there to double check? There's people in the forest. They're weird, and you're weird. Go be weird together.
Fair enough. Thanks again. This has to work, right? It's what gas masks are for. In the clear. Or maybe not. I see people up ahead. Better stay low.
By the eight of the heavens, I hereby call forth the unguided, the wandering souls. I call forth the endlessly lost and make them seen!
Hey, Bobby, I think that one worked.
What? Really?
Well, I see a guy in the bushes over there, and he looks pretty unguided and wandering.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Hello there. What's your name?
Hi. Harvey.
You can come out of the bush if you want, Harvey.
Okay. Are you gonna eat me?
Eat you? Oh, right. We must look rather scary.
Well, yeah, you're a masked pagan cult performing rituals in the woods.
He's got a point there, Bobby.
You all don't sound like what I'd expect from a cult.
It's really more of a part-time thing.
Christine's right. We don't actually worship ancient gods or anything like that.
Then what are you doing out here?
We're, how would you describe it? An ancient culture appreciation club.
What ancient culture does your appreciation club appreciate?
The Watambu. Do you know anything about them?
A little bit, yeah. I read about them in the town hall archives.
A fellow enthusiast. Wonderful. How lucky it is that we've found each other.
It was the ritual, Bobby.
But of course. Luck had nothing to do with it.
The ritual you were performing when I got here, that's a Watambu ritual?
It is. It was depicted in an ornate stone carving not far from here.
Like all of them are.
Yes, the Watambu were rather thorough in documenting these things. Not that I'm complaining.
Do those rituals ever work?
We did one that brought you here.
That feels like it could be a coincidence.
There was a time when I would have agreed with you, Harvey. And I won't lie and say that every ritual we've replicated has done something. But some of them absolutely have. The Watambu were onto something. And we have proof.
These rituals, do they ever mention beings called the Shadows?
Shadows? Doesn't ring a bell. Christine?
No bell ringing over here either.
Most of the rituals invoke some or all of the Watambu's 8 celestial gods.
One for each planet. You get it.
And those aren't called shadows?
Not in anything I've observed. They're usually represented by colorful animals and other creatures.
What's required to do one of these rituals?
Most rituals require a few friends and a carefully drawn ceremonial circle.
Like this one. Flames are optional.
Indeed. However, carvings suggest that certain Watambu rituals are tied to powerful artifacts. Unfortunately, most of these artifacts have been lost to time or sealed away in long-forgotten temples.
That's too bad. What's with the masks? Why would you wear them if you aren't in a cult?
Surely you must have donned a breathing apparatus to get past those flowers, yes?
Yeah, I guess I did.
These serve the same purpose.
We got so used to them, we figured why not make them part of the whole song and dance.
Wait a minute, I've seen you before. You were that creature at the edge of the forest. You grabbed a wild rabbit and ran off. Did you sacrifice it?
Sacrifice? Oh, heavens no. That's my pet rabbit, Roland. He's asleep behind a bush back there. Little scamp manages to sneak away once a week, it seems like.
At least.
You've got to be kidding me. Gotta go. Enjoy your culting.
Never a dull moment around the ceremonial circle.
Time for another tiptoe through the tulips.
Did you forget your keys?
I have this Watambu idol, or at least I think that's what it is. Is it involved in any rituals?
Dear me, wherever did you find this?
It was in a big temple near here.
You managed to enter it? Harvey, you are far more deserving of these robes than any of us.
Please keep the robes.
Yes, this idol absolutely is an object of great power. According to the carvings, it grants its bearer control over the wind.
Huh. So I can make it breezy?
Yes, you can make it breezy, I suppose, but there's so much potential beyond that. To activate it, pass your hand across it while speaking its incantation. Zemwat Oletik.
Sounds simple enough.
You discovered this idol, Harvey. It's only fair that you keep it.
Thanks. I'll try to use it responsibly.
Do let us know how it goes.
Remind me what this idol does?
In theory, it can alter the course of the wind itself. Speak the incantation while passing...
Right. Thanks. Have fun summoning the devil or whatever.
See ya, Harvey.
What's it supposed to be? A frog with a big hat? Unburnt Ashes. It's the latest novel from that jerk, Paul Frey. A local critic will be reading from it later this evening. What would that do? I don't follow. Paul Frey can't even be bothered to walk down here to read from his own book. Well then, how would he know if the critic read somebody else's book instead? If my junk manuscript isn't going to help my career, it might as well hurt his. Now, to do a little cover swap.
The drape swayed gently before me, impossible in its grandiosity. Grandiose indeed, I cogitated, but surely that which it conceals must be grandioser? Grandioser. Huh. As if reading my very thoughts, it pulled away, and I beheld another world, a world beyond what I understood the world to be. I longed to enter that world, to cut myself free from the tethers of my own, but my legs, my own legs, betrayed me. And so, ergo, with the legs of my mind, Oh, good Lord, this is abysmal. Is this a joke? If so, it gives me no pleasure to say that Paul Frey's legacy has become the punchline. I can read no further. I sincerely apologize for subjecting all of us to that. I'm going home to wash out my eyes.
Frey here.
Hello, Mr. Frey. This is Pamela from the bookstore.
Pamela, I trust the reading went well?
Mr. Frey, I don't know how to put this, but the critic said that it was the worst thing he's ever read.
Excuse me?
And not in that so bad it's good way.
Well,
It's just bad way.
Oh.
We didn't sell a single copy.
What?
I am amazed.
I'm ruined.
He took that well.
Did you think my, Mr. Frey's book was that bad, from what you heard anyway?
Oh, yes, I'm afraid. Absolutely dreadful. I can't help but feel sorry for him. It's so unlike Mr. Frey's previous work. It's like he's never read a book before, let alone written one.
Okay, I get it.
Could you please smoke that outside?
Doubt that would...
I will have you know...
Mr. Green, welcome back.
Hey, Gordon. Is Paul going to kick me out again?
Mr. Frey retired upstairs not long ago. Mentioned he was feeling unwell.
Oh, that's a shame.
If you're still interested in joining the club, I'd be happy to administer the initiation test.
There's an initiation test?
Just a perfunctory marksmanship evaluation. If you pass, Mr. Frey won't have much reason to justify rejecting you.
Well, might as well take care of it while we can.
Follow me, please. Rules are straightforward. One shot apiece, arrow closest to the bullseye wins.
Let's do this.
As challenger, you shoot first. Competent, if unremarkable.
I get that a lot.
Allow me to demonstrate the muscle memory of an expert.
Zemwatl-Koletic?
What the? Where did my arrow go?
Wherever it went, it didn't hit the target.
No argument there, Mr. Green. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now that you've passed, permit me to extend a club-sanctioned invitation. I was planning to sneak out of the party for a solo hunting excursion in a bit. Care to make it a duo?
Why not? I'd love to ask you a few questions while we're out there.
Of course. I have a few preparations to make. Shouldn't be more than an hour. Please, enjoy the soiree until then.
I'll try. Thanks for the invitation, Gordon.
Nice to escape the hubbub for a spell. Don't you agree?
You have no idea. It's been a very long, very stressful evening.
I apologize for the behavior of some of our other members, including Mr. Frey. Honestly, I wish our hunting club would focus more on the hunting and less on the exclusivity.
Well, I appreciate your kindness to a newcomer. You're one of the good ones.
Think nothing of it, Mr. Green. I understand your situation much better than most. You mentioned you had questions?
I do, yes. If the club members don't actually hunt that much, what do they do instead?
Oh, mostly what you saw. Drink, socialize, indulge in the shallow pleasures of gratuitous wealth.
Do any of them bring up subjects that feel more unusual?
Constantly. Any particular variety of unusual?
Oh, I don't know. Destiny? The forces of fate? Maybe connected to some kind of religion?
Ah. They express no such interest, Mr. Green, nor would I expect them to. They are oblivious to the reality of the shadows, more so even than you.
What did you say?
Stand up, Harvey.
Gordon, what are you—
Step away from the fire. Harvey Green, you are a flawed instrument. You are unworthy of the Shadow's favor.
Favor? I don't want the Shadow's favor. I don't even know what they are.
Precisely. You comprehend nothing of their nature, let alone your own. The Shadows have chosen you, Harvey, bestowed upon you a sacred purpose, and instead of fulfilling that purpose, you actively seek to escape it.
What sacred purpose? People are senselessly dying around me.
Their deaths are far from senseless, Harvey. They are foretold by the Shadows, and they are ensured by you. You hesitate because you refuse to see your role for what it is. I am therefore obliged to remove you, and to assume your position myself. Any last words?
You think that because you've killed a deer or two, you could kill a human being without remorse? I've caused all of these deaths by accident, Gordon. Accident. I couldn't imagine doing any of this intentionally. You really think you could?
I don't know. I must. But perhaps I could not.
Well, that's disappointing.
Judy?
Mother,
I don't know why we got you that thing if you aren't even going to use it.
I think Harvey is right, Mother. What good is claiming his role if doing so also claims our humanity?
Oh, Gordy, you know better than that. The Shadows are making the important decisions for us. If we do right by them, we can't lose anything that matters.
What about the people who've died tonight? They haven't lost anything?
We have been over this, Harvey. They were always going to die. It is their role.
And like it or not, it's your role to make sure they do.
The Shadows bend the light to follow you, Harvey. Your every step, while others languish in obscurity.
Folks like us would kill to take your place. Or at least I thought they would.
Forgive me, Mother.
No need to apologize, dear. Give me the gun, and I'll take care of it.
Mother, no! I will do it as we agreed.
Oh, would you stop, Gordy? You've already made a real mess of this.
What was that?
You know full well what that is, Harvey. You cannot outrun inevitability!
Gordy, we're losing our chance!
Follow, Mother. We will track him down in short order.
I've lost them. For now, anyway. I could probably double back to the campsite if I need to. They won't be expecting that. It's real? Every one of those visions? What do I do? What can I do? I'm next to die. I need to figure something out. Fast. Fresh from the hunt. This is no time to take up cooking. It's much softer now that I've heated it up. This is no time to take... Leave me alone! Wait, Vincent. In my vision, the claw retreated when Vincent turned on the light. Well, good thing I'm lost in the middle of a pitch-black forest. What's all this? More Watambu ruins? The door drops back down as soon as I let go. If I could prop the door open somehow, I could use this vine to pull the prop away. What would that do? Not sure why I'd do that. If I could prop the door open somehow, I could use this vine to pull the prop away. What would that do? That thing isn't gonna stop. I need to make it stop. It looks like a giant bathtub stopper. Surprised I can see anything in here. Where's that little bit of light even coming from? It's wedged tight into the stone hand. Wish I could loosen that grip somehow. I've placed the frying pan where the central plate would be. Even in the low light, I can tell it's impressively shiny. The light's pointing directly at the entrance. The light hurts it. I'm safe for now. But I can't hide in here forever. Gordon will get here soon. Can I trap the claw in here somehow? I've got one shot at this. What are you waiting for? I'm right here! That's enough out of you. Now, to get a better look at this thing. This can't be possible. The arm goes so high, I can't see the end of it. What am I even looking at? What are you?
I hear it! This way, Mother!
No, not now.
Oh, Gordy, look! Look what he did!
How on earth did he manage to...
Oh, forget how! We have to help!
Are you out of your mind? Why would you release that thing?
That thing decides your fate and ours alike, Harvey.
Are you sure about that? Because right now I'm the one holding a gun. How about I just decide your fate right now? Might as well kill somebody on purpose for once.
Let's avoid that if we can, Mr. Green.
Sheriff, these two were plotting to murder me.
We both know that's a lie.
What?
You've had quite the busy evening, haven't you? First the barber.
That was an accident.
Then the clockmaker.
I wasn't...
Then poor, troubled Lena. No doubt you had something to do with that motorist at the crosswalk, Mr. Green. Or should I call you Mr. Hugo? Mr. Faulkner, maybe?
They weren't... None of that was me, Sheriff. The shadows, they're causing all of this to happen.
Spare me the insanity defense. Put down the gun and come quietly.
I'm not insane. Sheriff, you saw Lena's house. You saw Oswaldo's. All of that happened before I got here. You know something bigger's going on.
What I know is that 4 people in my town have died the same evening you showed up, and you were just moments from killing 2 more. Now, I'll ask nicely one more time. Put down the gun.
Damn it, Sheriff, those two know all about the shadows. Ask them.
Gordon, Judy, do you have any idea what he's talking about?
He started babbling nonsense about shadows the moment he turned the gun on us.
You lying bastard!
You two, get down!
Please, don't do this!
Stop struggling, Green! This doesn't end well for you.
Well, that's the end of that.
He's dead. He's dead. Why? What's happening?
Exactly what the shadows intended to happen, Harvey.
But it was supposed to be me.
Oh, don't be silly, Harvey. You're the star.
No. In my dream, my head is on a wall with all the others. I was supposed to be next.
So you have seen through the veil, then, however briefly. No doubt it was a confusing vision.
Veil? What veil? What are you talking about?
You've glimpsed the truth of this evening, Harvey. Of every evening. Beyond this charade you've built to reject that truth.
Go ahead, Harvey. Pull back the curtain. This is a special night.
This is a special night. I wasn't expecting so much company. And if you'll excuse me a moment, I see some interesting faces in the audience. Who knows? Maybe one of them will join us.
Make way for Sir Brandon, the bravest knight in the kingdom.
Well now, what's going on in here?
Just playing, Dad.
Gotta be careful there, kiddo. Harvey's our main character. Remember we talked about leaving the marionettes alone after Oswaldo got broken?
Yeah.
Let's put Harvey somewhere safe for now. He has many souls left to take.
Dad? What if he doesn't like the story?
What if who doesn't?
Harvey. Maybe he doesn't want to be the bad guy.
Well, Harvey's a professional, kiddo. He knows he's just playing a role.
Are you sure?
Positive. Now do me a favor and sweep the stage, huh? House opens in a couple hours.
Okay.
Now playing nightly at the McGinty Theater.
Dad, that's us!
Among the Shadows. murder most foul, machinations most insidious.
Esteemed members of our audience, the McGinty Theater now presents for your spine-tingling entertainment a harrowing tale of obsession, of madness, of evil in its purest form. Without further ado, enjoy your evening among the shadows. The dark alleys of the city, the endless depths of the sea, the cellars of our own homes. Wherever shadows lurk, our imaginations and fears run wild. But no shadow is quite so sinister as one cast over the very soul. What shadows might lurk within the heart of a friend, a loved one, or perhaps of Harvey Green, your unassuming neighbor down the street?
If those brain-dead publishers won't take my novel, they won't get anyone's from this waste of a town. Now that jerk Paul Frey is out of the picture, there's only one loose end to tie up. See you soon, Lena.
Harvey makes his way to Lena's residence, but to his dismay, she is away.
That's Lena's car, and her driver. Guess she can't have gone far. He might know where she's gotten to. This might come in handy. That's a lot of watermelons. The driver's working on it. That jack looks a little unsteady. Good evening, sir.
Hey, a little busy here. What do you need?
I'm looking for Lena. Do you happen to know where she is?
Who's asking?
An aspiring author. Her work really speaks to me.
Can't tell you then. Apparently there's a killer out there targeting writers, and Lena suspects some local wannabe. No offense.
None taken. In that case, I should probably be careful out here too. Car trouble?
Nothing serious. Ran over the curb dodging some idiot in a crosswalk.
You'd think people would be more careful crossing the street.
Tell me about it.
Don't work too hard. I've seen Lena carrying that bag before. That has to be her notebook inside.
Hey, that belongs to my employer. Don't touch it.
That notebook is my key to tracking down Lena, and this grease monkey won't let me near it. What do you think, audience? Should I teach him a lesson?
Yes!
Of course I should. He'll be out of a job soon anyway. I wouldn't dare touch the car with the driver lying so precariously beneath it. Uh-oh, looks like this cart is parked illegally. I sure hope the tow truck doesn't notice. Well, speak of the devil. Oh no, sir, watch out! What a senseless tragedy. Lena's appointment book. It says she's getting her hair styled right now. I should bring this to her before that local wannabe gets their hands on it.
Harvey arrives at the salon, but it's empty, save for the lone barber.
Damn it, I should have been faster. Where did she get to?
Good evening, sir. I'm afraid I'm done with appointments for the day.
Oh, that's fine. May I ask, was Lena here for a haircut earlier? I found her appointment book on the sidewalk and was hoping to return it.
She was here, yes, but she just left.
Do you know where she was headed? It's very important that she received this.
I'll be seeing her later this evening. You're welcome to leave the book with me and I'll pass it along.
No!
I beg your pardon.
I think it's more urgent than that. I can take care of this right now.
Sir, I don't feel comfortable disclosing Lena's whereabouts to a stranger. She seemed quite perturbed about something during her appointment.
I need something narrow to wedge it open.
Please refrain.
Please refrain from touching my scissors, sir. Jasper and I are both rather protective of them.
Hi there, Birdie.
People in this town with no good grooming ever bit him in the ass.
Pay no attention to Jasper. I'm about to start closing up, sir. If there was nothing else, please see yourself out.
I think I'll leave it there. Somehow it feels like the perfect spot.
I'm about to start...
Stab a man over and over and over again with a pair of scissors? I would never.
Sir, are you tampering with my hairdryers?
No, it just started running on its own.
I knew these contraptions were more trouble than they were worth.
Oh my goodness, sir! Are you okay? Guess not. According to this, Lena will be reading from her new book just down the street. I can't believe I almost missed it. I have to run.
As Harvey approaches the town bookstore, he observes an unwelcome presence.
Looks like Lena has hired a security guard. That complicates things. There's no way he'll let me in. Invitation or no. Time to get creative.
Harvey Green, step back immediately. You may not enter this building.
I don't need to stay long. I just had one question for Lena that I...
No questions, Mr. Green. You will not speak to Lena. You will not see Lena. You will walk away and find anything else to do with your evening.
But...
Now.
You can't keep me out. Lena invited me to this event. Look, I have the invitation right here.
I don't know where you got that, Mr. Green, but Lena most assuredly did not invite you. Now get out of here before I call the police.
Hey, no need for that. We're all friends here.
No, we are not. Beat it.
Excuse me.
What is it? I'm on the clock.
What are you working on there?
Fixing some rookie electrician's faulty wiring.
Sounds dangerous.
Not as dangerous as leaving it. Right now, if it rains, somebody's getting electrocuted.
I need to get inside. Could I sneak by you?
Customer entrance is at the front.
The guy over there won't let me through.
Isn't he security? Sounds like I shouldn't let you through either.
That security guard will never let me in the main entrance. Should I find a way to convince this guy to let me in? Yeah! What right does the electrician have to keep me out? None. And to be frank, one rude turn deserves another. Be careful. Important to have these around for emergencies. That won't get me any closer to Lena. It's closed for the evening. It's closed for the evening. It's closed for the... I'm sure it's locked up tight.
If you've got something to say, hurry up and say it.
Be careful. Horrible! What an obvious safety hazard. Whoever put that electrical box right next to a fire hydrant should be in jail. Nothing to be done about it now. Time to head inside.
Harvey sneaks in through the back entrance, but his clever ploy has proven counterproductive.
Pamela!
Mr. Graham, for the third time this week, I will not sell your book.
No, Pamela. I'm here for the reading. Lena's reading.
Well, we've just now had to cancel it.
What? Why?
No doubt you noticed the lights are out. Our reader can't very well read in the dark.
Is she still here? Please, I need to see her.
She stepped out as soon as the fuses blew. She seemed worried about it.
Unbelievable.
Harvey desperately doubles back to Lena's house, only to find the security guard, again blocking his path.
Enough with this guy. He's definitely expecting me now. I need a strategy.
Don't stop that awful man! He was creeping through my garden!
End of the line, Green.
What a dope.
With Lena's guard distracted, Harvey dashes inside and up the stairs.
There you are, Lena. I've been looking all over town for you.
No. No! How did you... Get out of my house!
I just want to talk.
Liar! Murderer! You killed all those other writers. And now you're here for me. You just killed my driver too, didn't you?
That one was more of an accident. Watermelons were involved.
So much pointless death. All because you're jealous of other people's talent.
I am not jealous of anyone. I am the finest writer of my generation. It's not my fault that people like you have dumbed down the masses with your drivel. How can anyone appreciate my book after rotting their brain reading yours?
They could always use it for toilet paper.
You'll pay for that. Lena, wait! You don't have to do this!
No, wait, please! Harvey! No! Help!
Another tortured artist taken from us all too soon. Looks like it's up to me to carry the literary torch for this town.
What have you done?
She jumped. I tried to stop her.
Save it, Green. You deserve to rot in a ditch.
Me? You're the one falling down on the job. Some security guard.
Enough! Time to shut you up for good. Wait! Wait!
Well, it's getting late. I should gather my belongings and hurry home. This is a special night. I wasn't expecting so much company. Seeing as I have all of you here, shall I perform a live reading of my own? Not to steal Lena's thunder, of course. I'll grab my manuscript. And if you'll excuse me a moment, I see some interesting faces in the audience. Who knows? Maybe one of them will join us.
Behold, esteemed members of our audience, a soul warped by vanity, twisted by bitterness, into a creature of abject murderous depravity. Vile indeed, you say, but a simple fiction. No one would commit such heinous acts. A comforting thought. Hold it close as you step out into the frigid evening air, keeping to the warm glow of the street lamps, taking care not to gaze overlong into the gloom that surrounds you. For where there is light, my friends, inevitably there is darkness. And this simple truth dooms us all to live among the shadows.
Bien, pues hasta aquí el vídeo de hoy. Espero que les haya gustado, que les haya sido útil, interesante. Y antes de terminar, vamos a hacer un pequeño recorrido por todos los canales creados por EBM Informática. Y así, si alguna temática de alguno de ellos les interesa, pues pueden acceder a ellos fácilmente. Bien, el primero y el canal más grande es el canal de EBM Informática, donde tenemos tutoriales de todo tipo de actividades del mundo de la informática. Tenemos cursos completos como de Word, Excel, Access, Photoshop, trucos y diversas explicaciones de aplicaciones normalmente de PC que les pueden ser muy interesantes. Y luego tenemos el canal de Brumas del Pasado, donde lo dedicamos a temas culturales. Por ejemplo, nos especializamos en vídeos de biografías de ficción, donde elegimos personajes ficticios y hacemos una cronología, una biografía, una vida y hechos como si hubiera existido realmente, y elegimos personajes de películas, series de televisión, de cómics, de videojuegos y de libros. También tenemos la sección de lugares ficticios, que es parecida a la anterior, pero cogiendo pues esos lugares que no han existido, y otra que sería la de biografías reales. Aparte tenemos secciones como secretos de la historia, una sección dedicada a los pioneros del cine que la llamamos en blanco y negro, y otra sección que se llama pequeña gran pantalla, que nos centramos más en el cine de hoy en día, rankings también de series de televisión, etcétera. Entonces un canal muy completo donde van a encontrar diversos contenidos culturales muy interesantes. Para finalizar tenemos el canal Just Surrender, donde tenemos curiosidades de videojuegos, historias de videojuegos y gameplays o walkthroughs, soluciones completas en un solo vídeo de algunos de videojuegos que más me gustan, sobre todo del tema de aventura gráfica. Pues muy bien, muchas gracias y hasta el próximo vídeo.